You might be here because you've seen headlines predicting that the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Current, or AMOC, could collapse within the next few decades, or even the next few years. Then a more recent study appeared to offer somewhat of a reprieve with a less pessimistic outlook. By the way, for you climate science purists, we sometimes informally refer to the AMOC as the Gulf Stream because it's recognizable even if not purely technically correct. If you enjoy a Futurama reference, you know that's the best kind of correct. Anyway, climate science is complex and dynamic, especially when it comes to the global network of ocean currents and how they impact worldwide weather patterns. I think it's vitally important to keep up with the latest findings while understanding that our perspective keeps changing as we learn more. Let's dive right into the importance of these Atlantic Ocean currents and what the latest climate science means. An Atlantic Ocean current collapse would not only be driven by climate change, but would also make global weather even more unpredictable. The AMOC is a major system of Atlantic Ocean currents that helps regulate temperatures, nutrient flows, and weather patterns around the world. If nothing else, you might remember the movie The Day After Tomorrow, which showed a dramatic and highly fictionalized version of the Gulf Stream collapsing. While reality won't be quite that cinematic, a true AMOC collapse would cause some regions to freeze, others to flood, and still others to face worsening droughts. So here's the good news. Recent research suggests the AMOC may weaken, but not fully collapse, at least not anytime soon. Scientists at the University of Washington recently released findings that support a weakening AMOC, largely due to increased fresh water from melting ice and higher rainfall. This additional fresh water disrupts the current's ability to circulate heat and absorb carbon dioxide, which still has serious implications for weather and climate. But here's the better part. They expect the changes to unfold gradually over decades or even centuries, not as an abrupt tipping point in the next year or two. This gives us more time to prepare as climate changes unfold. And while a weaker AMOX could cause more wet, dry, or cold spells depending on location, the changes may not be as extreme or irreversible as once feared. In fact, if global conditions shift again, the current could eventually rebound. So why the difference from earlier, more dire reports? The new study identified certain biases in earlier models that predicted a total collapse. The researchers also believe that the wind-driven upwelling in the Southern Ocean is stronger and more resilient than previously understood, and that this helps support the overall flow of Atlantic currents, even with more fresh water and warming. That said, the researchers still urge caution. They admit their estimates are based on the best available data today, but that ocean circulation models still have limits. In other words, predicting the future of ocean currents is even harder than forecasting next Tuesday's weather. Still, compared to full collapse, this news is at least a bit reassuring. But let's not pretend everything's fine. Even a weakened AMOC will bring regional disruptions, and climate change is still reshaping the world. So yes, the outlook has improved, but we should still prepare for uncertainty, because that's likely what's coming. What's your plan for adapting to climate change? Please share in the comments. Your insights really do help others. And of course, I appreciate your support through likes and subscriptions. Stay safe out there. Remember, there's no time to panic, but plenty to plan.